Rudyard Kipling's Just So Stories, the sing-song of Old Man Kangaroo, retold and illustrated by Shoo Rayner. Long, long ago, at the very beginning of time, when everything was just getting sorted out, the kangaroo was quite a different animal to the one we know now. He was grey, and he was woolly, and his pride was inordinate. With his 4 short legs, he danced on an outcrop in the middle of Australia. Back in those days, there were jinns and angels and other kinds of spirits who were put in charge of sorting out the world. So Kangaroo went to see the spirit Nka. He went to Nka at 6 before breakfast, saying, "Make me different from all other animals by 5 this afternoon." Nka jumped up from his seat on the sand flat and shouted, "Go away!" Kangaroo was grey, and he was woolly, and his pride was inordinate. He danced on a rock ledge in the middle of Australia. Then he went to see the spirit Nkwing. Inordinate pride. Inordinate means unusually large or excessive. Pride means having a high opinion of oneself or of one's achievements. Pride always comes before a fall. Kangaroos, please note. He went to Nkwing at 8 after breakfast, saying, "Make me different from all other animals, and also make me wonderfully popular by 5 this afternoon." Nkwing jumped up from his burrow in the spinifex and shouted, "Go away!" Kangaroo was grey, and he was woolly, and his pride was inordinate. He danced on a sandbank in the middle of Australia, and then he went to see the spirit Nkong. He went to Nkong at 10 before lunchtime, saying, "Make me different from other animals. Make me popular too, so they'll all want to follow me, and do it by 5 this afternoon." Nkong jumped up from his bath in the salt pan and shouted, "Yes, I will." Nkong called Dingo, Yellow-Dog Dingo, who was hungry and dusty in the sunshine, and showed him Kangaroo. Nkong said, "Dingo, wake up, Dingo. Do you see that gentleman dancing on the sand? He wants to be popular, so animals will follow him. Dingo, make him so." Up jumped Dingo, Yellow-Dog Dingo, always hungry and grinning like a steak knife. He said, "Would that cat-rabbit?" Off ran Dingo, Yellow-Dog Dingo ran after that proud kangaroo, and off went the kangaroo on his 4 little legs like a bunny. Kangaroo ran through the desert. He ran through the mountains. He ran through the salt pans. He ran through the reed beds. He ran through the blue gums. He ran through the spinifex. He ran till his front legs ached and ached. He had to. Still ran Dingo, Yellow-Dog Dingo, always hungry, grinning like a rat trap, never getting nearer, never getting farther, but always running after Kangaroo. He had to. Some things Kangaroo ran through. Salt pans, When pools of water dry out in the sun, salt is left behind. Blue gums. Blue gums are a kind of eucalyptus tree. Eucalyptus oil helps clear stuffy noses. Spinifex, sometimes called porcupine grass. Spinifex leaves are stiff, sharp and pointy. Still ran Kangaroo, old man Kangaroo. He ran through the tea trees, he ran through the mulga, he ran through the long grass, he ran through the short grass. He ran through the tropics of Capricorn and Cancer. He ran till his hind legs ached. He had to. The tropics of Capricorn and Cancer. The tropics of Capricorn and Cancer are imaginary lines that circle the Earth north and south of the equator. Long, long ago, when everything was just getting sorted out, the equator ran through the middle of Australia. But Australia has since moved south. Still ran Dingo, Yellow-Dog Dingo, hungrier and hungrier, grinning like a snapdragon. Never getting nearer, never getting farther, till they came to the Wollongong River. Now, there wasn't any bridge, and there wasn't any ferry boat, and Kangaroo didn't know how to get over, so he stood on his legs and hopped. He had to. How to cross a river without a bridge. If the current is weak, swim. Float on a branch. Take a running jump. Swing on a vine. He hopped through the flinders, he hopped through the cinders, he hopped through the deserts in the middle of Australia. He hopped like a kangaroo. First he hopped a metre, and then he hopped 3. His legs were growing stronger, his legs were growing longer, until he hopped 4 metres 93. He hadn't any time for rest or refreshment, and he wanted them very much. Still ran Dingo, Yellow-Dog Dingo, very much bewildered, very much hungry, and wondering what in the world or out of it made old man Kangaroo hop. For he hopped like a cricket, or corn that is popping, or a shiny new ball on a hard stone floor. He had to. He tucked up his front legs, he hopped on his hind legs, he stuck out his tail for a balance weight behind him, and he hopped through the Darling Downs. He had to. Still ran Dingo, tired dog Dingo, hungrier and hungrier, very much bewildered, and wondering when in the world or out of it old man Kangaroo would stop. Then came Nkong from his bath in the salt pans and said, "It's 5 o'clock." Down sat Dingo, poor dog Dingo, always hungry and dusty in the sunshine. He hung out his tongue and howled. Down sat Kangaroo, old man Kangaroo. He stuck out his tail like a milking stool behind him and said, "Thank goodness that's finished." Then said Nkong, who was always a gentleman, "Why aren't you grateful to Yellow-Dog Dingo? Why don't you thank him for all he has done for you?" Then said Kangaroo, Tired old kangaroo. He's chased me out of the homes of my childhood. He's chased me out of my regular meal times. He's altered my shape so I'll never get it back, and he's played old scratch with my legs. Then said Nkong, well, perhaps I'm mistaken, but didn't you ask me to make you different from all other animals, as well as to make you popular and followed? And now it's 5 o'clock. Yes, said Kangaroo, but I wish that I hadn't. I thought you would do it by charms and incantations, but this has been a practical joke. A joke? Said Nkong from his bath in the blue gums. Say that again, and I'll whistle up Dingo to chase you and run your hind legs off. No, said Kangaroo, I must apologise. Legs are legs, and you needn't alter them as far as I am concerned. I only meant to explain that I've had nothing to eat since morning, and I'm very empty indeed. Yes, said Dingo, Yellow-Dog Dingo. I'm in the same situation. I've made him different from all other animals, but what can I have for my tea? Then said Nkong from his bath in the salt pans, come back and ask me tomorrow, because now I'm going to wash my hair. So they were left right there in the middle of Australia. Old Man Kangaroo and Yellow-Dog Dingo stared at each other, and each of them said, It's all your fault. For more information about the rest of this series and how you can get the paperback versions from Amazon, go to www.shoorayner.com/justso. Make sure you are subscribed to the Shoo Rayner Story channel and keep coming back for lots more stories by me and other classic English children's writers. You take care now. Bye bye.